Pokemon Go today is one of the most polished and popular mobile games in history. But what did it look like before the fame? Today we're going back in time to see Pokemon Go in its infancy, aka its beta. Starting with the classic OG loading screen. Listen, if you remember this, you are definitely an OG in Pokemon Go. This existed, I think, even after the release, but the Gyarados coming out of the water with the trainer walking blindly into the Gyarados, because remember to be alert at all times, stay aware of your surroundings. There might be a Gyarados that's gonna throat you in seconds. So keep your phone and head up. Because now when you load up Pokemon Go, obviously right now, we've got the big Ultra Beast, Ultra with Snorlax screen, and the loading screen changes all the time. This was the loading screen back in the day. And then looking into the, for one, welcome to the world of Pokemon Go. Is that what Professor Oak used to be? Or I guess was before he was who he is today? Just a blank screenshot? That doesn't even look like Professor Oak. I guess kind of like a lab coat he's wearing. Because now when you look at Professor Oak, I mean, here he is now. He's very, very polished, defined. He's got like a backpack on. He's kind of a hunk. Back in the day, he was just a silhouette. Wow. And then looking at the player customization, this is what it used to be like. There was, obviously a guy and a girl you can choose from. You could go your hat, hair, and do the whole thing. But it looked pretty rough back in the day. I like the shadowing, though. And honestly, the 3D modeling is pretty good, so I'm not like super mad about that. But it was really, really base, simple stuff that you could wear. There was no custom fun costumes. It was just this, what you're looking at. Only these pants, only the shirt, the hat. Like everyone kind of looked the same back in OG Pokemon Go. Oh my gosh. It's kind of cool how it has like the backpack in the middle and like you click the arrows and it filters through them. I like that. And then the Are You All Set? Yeah, that's done. And then obviously now when you go into player customization, it is really, really robust going into style. There's like, you could spin yourself around. The 3D modeling is incredible. You get the 360. What is this? Oh, it's just the Meltan thing? But I mean, there's like a ton more stuff you could do. There's like a lot more hats and heads and all this kind of stuff. Way, way bare bones back in the day. Now this is cool. What should the trainers call you? Okay, wow, this is Pokemon Go, and this is beta Pokemon Go. Oh my gosh. Hold on, just pausing and looking at that. I mean, as you can see, when you look at the two different, I guess, UIs, the interfaces, in back at then Pokemon Go, all you had on the right side of the screen was that compass. And then on the bottom, it was like a white bar. You had yourself in the bottom left with your level and your name underneath it. You got the big Pokeball right there, which is like your menu like we have now, and then the nearby on the bottom right. Looked really, really weird. And then obviously today, way more polished. You've got the weather in the top right, the compass, obviously my Go Plus. I have a Rocket Radar, I have a Mega Pokemon, so there's like a lot more happening. The bottom left, it's way more clean. You still have your player there, you have your name and your level, but it just looks a lot better. Your head kind of sticks out of the circle, which actually, I never really noticed how cool that looks, but it does. And then bottom right, you've got your field research bar, and then you've got the nearby, which kind of pops out. Way more clean. But that looks crazy back then. And then even crazier, look at this player profile, dude. This looked nuts. And again, comparing to the current player profile, completely different. You had your player with your XP circle, which showed your XP progression to the next level. Level in the top right shows your XP. Oh my gosh, your start date, it shows that you're teamless. That's crazy. But look how simple this is. You've got walked, Pokedex, catch, evolution, eggs hatched, encounters, and Pokestops visited. Super duper simple. And today, I mean, it is very complex. Obviously, you've got all of your event badges, but you've got, your platinums, and there's way more. Berry Master, Ranger, Idol, Gentleman. There's so much more. Oh my gosh, and then this is just really, really quickly, but the main menu, you click the Pokeball, and then it gradient whites your screen back in the beta. You've got Pokedex items and Pokemon. Is that much different than today? Oh my god, it's way different than today. The whole screen goes blank. You've got Pokedex, Battle, Shop, Pokemon items. It's not super different, but it's pretty different. Wow, and then looking in your oh, this is the Pokedex. Oh my gosh. The Pokedex look weird. Wow, look at the Pokedex. Caught 11, seen 11. Scrolling through, everything's in a box. You've got the silhouettes and the question marks. I mean, it's way different because I guess we'll go to a generation that we don't have filled out. How about that? It's not too different. They're still in the boxes. It just looks a lot cleaner than it did back then. Wow, and then looking in the item bag. Yeah, look at that. Items, Pokeballs, 20. That looks way different than the item bag now. The item bag looks a lot cleaner. It's like lighter, What does the Pokeball look like today compared to them? Is that much different? Oh, it's kind of grayed out. No, it looks pretty similar. Wow, gyms. Here's the gyms in Pokemon Go. Yeah, that is Professor Willow. Oh my gosh, that's like him before he was him. Welcome to gym battles. Oh, this was like, geez. I've actually almost never seen this of what gym battles look like back in the day. Holy moly template. Template image, placeholder image. Join Team Blue, join Team Red, join Team Yellow. What? This is what the menu looked like, dude? This is back before there was Mystic Instinct and Valor. That's crazy. Team blue, red, and yellow. That looks hilarious. Ah, the trainer chose blue. Wow, welcome to the blue team. This is so cool. That's like what the inside of the gym looks like. And then you can, oh my gosh, is that your Pokemon inventory? That was incredible. So then you could put your Pokemon in the gym. Yeah, they look very similar and they still work like the exact same. So gyms haven't changed that much visually on the outside. On the inside, they've changed quite a bit. As you can see, there's like the information, you've got like your trainer on like a little pad and then the Pokemon floating next to it. I kind of like this better, honestly. This looks better than it does now. Because now you go into a gym and it's just like 100 Pokemon. There's like 100. There's like 6 Pokemon in there. You can't see the trainers. Like it's very like, I don't know. That looks cooler. And then here's the OG Pokestop spin. Wow, it looked clunky, man. And then the ball, oh, that's so cool. Oh my God, was that an egg? That was insane. But the Pokestop, the main difference between the Pokestop spin then and now is that when you clicked on Pokestop then, the camera transition into it was way slower and like you kind of came in sideways at it. Very interesting. And here, now you can see the level progression. The level progression is interesting because every time you did something in Pokemon Go during the beta, catch a Pokemon, battle a gym, spin a Pokestop, you saw how much XP you got and you saw your level progression start to like progress. So every time that little pop down would come down, it would show what level you are, your name, your level, your XP progression circle, and how much XP you just gained in that action. That's really interesting. That doesn't happen anymore. Now, whenever you do something in Pokemon Go, like if I spin a stop, does it even show me my XP? I don't even know. I don't know. Okay, and here's the Pokemon. Here's what the Pokemon and egg inventory used to look like. Really, really simple. We'll look at this a little bit later as well, but look at the eggs, dude. That's a 1 kilometer egg. What? Oh, this is the Pokemon encounters. Look how slow that transition was into the encounter with the Pokemon, and then it goes directly into AR. Wow, and this is what this is what the AR interface looked like back in the day. Camera top right, you've got flea in the bottom left, bag in the bottom right. Wow, oh my gosh, look at I don't know how to explain it, but that circle looks really clunky around the Porygon. But that's interesting. And then, okay, so AR works pretty similarly to how it does now. The Pokeball looks a little bit different, but it works the same way. So I guess catching Pokemon hasn't changed all that much. Gotcha, Porygon was caught, and then, oh, that's cool. Yeah, look exactly like that. So you see the thing come up, it says new Pokemon caught, new Pokemon, and then it shows your level progression in the top. And then here you're gonna see what it used to look like. Oh my gosh, when a Pokemon went in the Pokedex, it was blue. It was blue back in the day, and they changed it now to nowadays that really beautiful kind of vibrant pink purple look to it. I think the Pokedex entry now looks way better, but that's what it used to look like back in the day. It was blue. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. And then here's Porygon. Now, the Pokemon, look. If I look at a Porygon now versus what it looked like back then, the background looks really similar, but look at the name in the beta, the HP. Look at the 3 dials. It shows 37, like the weight. It shows the weight, the typing, normal type with like a weird science ball in there, and then how tall it was. And then you can see the moves there as well, and we'll check out some other Pokemon a little bit later. But look at that, Quick Attack, Thunderbolt, and there was a release button at the bottom. It didn't say transfer, it said release. And then here's what the level up screen looked like. Oh my gosh, that was interesting. That was cool, like the Great Balls came out, like your rewards came up, and it just shows level up with you in front of a big blue screen. It shows what you got for leveling up. Very, very simple. And then some more Pokemon encounters. We have like a Vulpix catch right here, which is really interesting how this used to look. And if you notice, when a Pokemon would spawn in the beta, the same, I guess, stuff that comes out of lure modules kind of spawned around the Pokemon in the wild, which is kind of cool that they kept that look or whatever that animation was, but they just repurposed it for lure modules instead of like a Pokemon spawning. But again, you get another look here at the level progression and also the Pokedex entry of a Vulpix, which looks really weird with the blue. So super interesting to see. And then pausing, as you can see, Vulpix had evolution shards. What are evolution shards? What is that? That was like right underneath all the other stuff. Evolution shards. And then as you can see right there, the Voltorb in slow motion, if you can, the Voltorb spawned in, and as it was spawning in, that like pink and white kind of confetti popped up where it was spawning, which again is now what falls from the Pokestops when you lure them up, which is super duper interesting. And this is an encounter with Magnemite. This is what it looks like in a non-AR mode back in the day, which again looks super duper similar, looks super similar. The animations and the mechanics work pretty much the same. It's just a lot more cleaned up and it looks a lot better today, but it was not that off. It wasn't that off. And again, with that Pokedex entry screen, that's so crazy. Now, what was different, look at this. Magnemite. Look at the background of Magnemite. Look how sick that was, dude. This is what Magnemite looks like today, which still looks kind of cool that like electric is behind it. But look how sick it looked back then, dude, with like the freaking zzz. It was like in space. And again, the evolution shards were down there. What is that? That is so interesting. And here's another Pokestop spin. Just shows just, again, how kind of like, I don't know, how raw and clunky the Pokestops looked. Really interesting. And then getting a look here at gym battling. What gym battling used to look like back in the day. Looks like gonna be battling up against a Geodude. So this is it. This is the OG gym battling, the OG battling in Pokemon Go. It was tapping. You could see your charge move charging up in the bottom with that like blue bar. I don't even know how you access the charge move. Also, what a close battle, by the way. The Magnemite won. That's crazy. But that's OG gym battles. Magnemite versus Geodude. That's insane. And then right there, as you can see, level 2. This is the level progression on the gyms. Pokemon defeated 0 XP, 0 gym prestige, 0. Which is also very interesting. So that was gym battling. Then we got some more Pokemon counters and Meowth. It's just so weird seeing that camera transition in. And then the camera kind of gets stuck on it too for a second. I don't know if you saw that. And again, with the level up screen going to level 3, you can see the XP flying into the level circle in the top. And then boom, level up. You get 5 Ultra Balls for level 3. Very cool. And then right here, pausing, in the bottom right, you can see there's the nearby, how the nearby used to work. It was silhouettes of Pokemon. This is before the footstep tracking came out during the official launch of the game. This was before footstep tracking. It just showed silhouettes of what Pokemon were around you. And I'm assuming if you click that, it would just show the Pokemon that were around. There was no Pokestop tracking, nothing like that. It was just what Pokemon were around you and their freaking silhouette. And then here's a cool look at what eggs used to look like in Pokemon Go. The 1 kilometer egg, by the way, but this is the egg hatching animation, which still looks super, super similar. This has not changed all that much. And actually, it was pretty much that exact egg hatch animation for years in-game. And then there's a Poliwag into the Pokedex. Oh, that's so cool. And again, evolution shards. But look at this. Also, a really, really cool thing that when you're walking around, there's like grass kind of floating around, floating outside, floating around you in the direction of, I think that's basically you scanning for Pokemon is what I think that is, because there's an Eevee that was found right there. Look at Eevee, dude. This is pre-release Eevee. The Pokemon themselves look pretty much the same as they did in beta, as they do now in Pokemon Go. Obviously just more cleaned up, but that's cool. And then seeing Eevee go into the Pokedex, the blue Pokedex entry, insane. And then another hatch here. This is a Pikachu hatch, which looks really, really cool. And you can see the XP go up, Pikachu into the Pokedex, the blue Pokedex, very cool. And again, dude, look at the Pikachu background. Look at this. This is Pikachu now, which has that like electric background, which is kind of cool. But the Pikachu then, dude, it was like Pikachu in space. Oh, and pausing really fastly, quickly on the evolution shards. This is how evolving worked back in the day during the beta. So as you can see, the evolution shard there says 1 on it and collect 3 more. There was no candy back before the beta. The whole candy system and concept wasn't introduced yet. It was evolution shards. So you just had to catch, I guess, 4 Pikachu, and then you could use that evolution shard to evolve any one of the 4 Pikachu that you caught. Wow, imagine that, a time before candy. But a better look into the Pokemon inventory, you can see the Pokemon, the HP of it, along with the CP of it and its image, and that really hasn't changed much today either. It's pretty much the same exact layout as it was in beta, just looks a lot cleaner. And then here's a better look at the player profile and some of the badges. As you can see, there's some progression there. The Pokedex has a bronze little Pokestop there with a star. So that would be the bronze badge for the Pokedex medal, which is really, really cool to see. And then a look into the item inventory, you've got Max Revives, Pokeballs, Great Balls, and Ultra Balls. Again, still looks pretty similar as it did back then. And that is a look at what Pokemon Go looked like and played like in the beta before it was launched. This is, I mean, I've never seen this before. I don't know if you have. If you have, let me know in the comments and check out the other 2 videos on screen because they are amazing. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.